Last time in the Ethereal planes, Gungir fucked off and did his own thing, side projects. I'm assuming you would have crafted
I got
some
internet. I got a phone.
Gave Galahad your gun droid to record the fight in between Fall and Ravak, which won.
You know where the record
And then
is,
afterwards, the crew went to a hot spring / spa to relax before heading back for the day. So currently it's like late evening by the time the crew is reaching the entrance of the hotel. And that is where we're going to start for the session.
Where is Gungir right now?
I assume either in his room or eating like
Muffins.
dinner.
His dinner is just muffins.
Its entire everything is muffins.
Which is funny, because isn't eating optional for Gungir?
Yeah. For a constructor warforged.
My daddy made me a stomach.
Literally a kiln in your stomach.
In his little wooden stomach. Yep. Hey guys, I'm back from my bathroom break. What'd I miss?
I won the fight.
Oh.
I don't know. Don't get too ahead of yourself there. I mean, he held his ground.
Yes, Ravak did well, but I still won.
It was a little boring because he just kept running away into another dimension.
It's called Blink. Also, I discovered the location of a new artifact.
Another one?
This is called Blink. And he blinks.
But you see, the bow that he wanted to attain wasn't as useful. This axe, however, perked my interest.
Oh, you're actually interested in this weapon.
Yeah, because the vampires of the coven that I was raised by were terrified of the mere name of this weapon.
I think
Out of character, what was the name of this wolf or weapon?
Wolfberg.
Oh, Wolfberg. Yes, the weapon is called Wolfberg.
No, seriously, what's your name?
I'm serious.
What was it again?
Wolfberg.
Yeah, he sounds adorable.
The one wielding the weapon is probably that pirate lady.
Oh, yes. Mrs. Pirate, madam.
Oh, by the way, random question, Galahad. Or Gipsy, I mean.
Yeah.
Does Glad look different after getting cleaned?
No. Well, there's significantly less dirt on his person. He's a more vivid red than you realized he was. But his hair, any kind of combing that happened
Was negated.
Reset to its usual form almost instantaneously.
It's like, okay, they tried to style it, and then no, just went poof back to wild. They're like, fuck it.
They literally put
tries.
a whole can of moose on it, and nothing happened.
They cannot tame the beastly tiefling within.
The best thing is that they made it a little bit shinier.
Speaking of which,
Smooth.
Glad my boy, can I have my gun droid back?
Hold on one sec. And I take a picture. I point the gun droid at me and Gungir, and I'm making like two fingers behind his head to appear as though he has rabbit ears behind his head.
Gungir will strike a pose. Ah!
That's good.
Like a dab.
So you're blinking, like your eyes are closed, and also it's just like pointed too far up and to the left. So you just like a little bit of Gungir's closed eyeball. And
It's like Mike Wazowski.
And then with that, he hands the device over, and I hand the device over to Gungir, and I say, "Thanks for trusting me with your fancy tablet thing."
Not a problem, not a problem. Let's see this.
What the heck were you doing?
I was doing Gungir things. Blink, blink.
No, I meant with that camera. What are you doing exactly? Or do selfies exist in this universe?
It's
It just basically created selfies.
Galahad came up with them.
Trademark.
Just don't have a name for them yet.
Gladys.
Yes.
Gungir will start to flip through the images of the fight, listening to the audio.
And just seeing Glad's face in the entire screen all the time.
There's occasionally it catches important moments. Specifically, you do get a good look of one moment when Fall blinks into existence, tries to shoot missiles at Ravak, and then a statue of himself comes out instead. and then he teleports back out of existence. Ravak looks very confused. Then he blinks back into existence, hides behind the statue, and then it blows up.
No, it didn't blow up.
Or he tries to.
Yeah. What you saw
shatter.
when Ravak was trying to blow it up is a silhouette of what appears to be a Luxodon if Gungir knows what that is.
Oh, what now?
Luxodon, that elephant
Luxodon.
man.
Oh, let me, knowledge of nature?
It's a large humanoid elephant head.
Know what they are. Your dad told you a couple stories about meeting a few. They're kind of rare.
Yeah, so basically the explosion that happened, silhouette of a Luxodon appeared and Kamui the explosion.
And then
Observe it.
Galahad reaches into his pack and presents the severed head of Fall.
Ball has that.
Oh, I thought I got it.
No, you didn't.
I was the one that wanted it. Specifically to make a prank. Oh well.
I guess
He
Ball
reaches
will bring
into
out
Fall's backpack
What are you
without
doing?
his permission and presents
Ball
the
is gonna try
severed
to
head of Fall.
Ball is gonna try to keep you from grabbing inside of it.
Just grab the severed statue head. Somehow.
What do I roll?
I guess roll strength versus sleight of hand.
Oh boy.
So sleight of hand on Galahad, strength on Fall.
Gotta open my
Not a save, just a straight.
Oh,
Roll.
just a straight roll? Okay.
Yeah, straight strength roll. Still same roll. Nope, you could not get your hands fast enough to prevent him from
Wouldn't that be
yanking
more
it
of
out. Yeah, now you see Gungir, a severed statue head that is completely made of granite
I know it's marble.
marble.
Sorry, Fall.
Please,
Don't lose
like-
your head over me getting into your backpack.
It's the exact size and shape. Oh god, what's this for?
Seeing how Gungir reacts to this.
We're fucking terrified of this statue.
Why would you be terrified of this guy?
I'm seeing whether or not he can tell the difference between...
Oh no. Maybe
To
he's
his mouth,
like,
run away.
Well, what are you
that's right.
doing?
False twin brother showed up and we killed him.
Oh, how could you? He was your brother. He throws a muffin at him in defiance.
Fall gets what the fuck cat face.
You're a monster. A monster.
Fucking false face, grumpy cat face.
Oi, oi.
It's a statue.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Don't you realize, fool, is it made of rock like you?
Well, I'm made of clay, sir, not rock.
May I please have my statue head back?
Of course.
Holds open the bag of
You're
holding.
gonna make this thing into a gargoyle for your room.
I flip around and I slam dunk the head in.
Don't!
Gently.
How does that work?
The gentlest chaos dunk.
Strength.
There are valuable items in here.
I take a 1 on the strength check.
Okay,
Oh my
so you just
God.
Which is
After that, since I imagine I heard it land hardly, I'm going to look if any of my items broke because of that.
Well, let me roll.
I mean, think about Galahad's strength. It's non-existent.
Here's
in
more!
negative
Here's
muscle.
the -1!
He's got little boy arms.
Yet he still wields a long sword.
It's true.
Nothing broke, thankfully.
I mean, for...
He wields it with the power of how cute he is. That's it.
Wouldn't it have been hilarious if I decided to play a magic user?
We'd all be fucked.
Yes.
I mean, technically, you're a half-caster, aren't you?
Yeah, it's so... Because they're not really spells, like they're blood curses, unless I go with the profane soul path. And even then, like, that's low-level spells and a couple cantrips at the best.
Yeah, I've done my digging into blood hunters. I am not interested in making one.
Yeah, it was just
By the
kind of
way-
an out-of-the-blue kind of thing that I decided to try.
By the way, for later, I would like to know at least what you guys plan to play as for my campaign, so I can at least...
Focus, man.
No, I know.
One
I'm just
campaign
saying,
at a time.
maybe at the
One campaign at a
end
time.
of this campaign.
Blah, 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 blah. Anywho, moving on.
Any items of mine break? Everything except my staff. Let's see, what
Whatever rings you're wearing,
else? Gungle Translate, Mordor, and I believe that's it. Would
your
be in
amulet
my bag of holding.
blasting.
Oh no, I put that in my.
What?
I put that in.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Anywho, yeah, no. Nothing breaks.
Please do not be so careless with these things. I have some very dangerous items in here that would probably be bad if you broke them.
Oh.
Yeah, remember the last time Fall broke an item?
Yep.
You always have to bring that up, don't you?
Yes. Yes, I will.
I
One
let
has
bygones
to.
be bygones. This
Never
guy
forget.
almost killed me and exploded me and turned me into a woman. And why did I let bygones be bygones again?
Okay, well, moving on. You all, I guess, eat your dinner, so to speak, and go to bed at that point, more or less. Also, if you have anything else you want to do.
Not particularly.
Not that I can think of.
Before he turns in, Gungir will make a quick trip. Pardon me. We'll make a quick trip to the spider guards and do a quick few sketches of them before running back to the hotel.
You run up to the one you met before at the entrance, which takes about like 2 hours.
I move very
Go there
fast.
and back. It takes an hour to get there and an hour back, and however long it takes you to sketch, so about like maybe 2.5 hours, because it is a big fucking coal spider.
Spider God, Spider God.
And then he will
Terrifying liar.
waddle his way on back in the only way that Gungirs can, by goose stepping.
That penguin, as you waddle by the farm,
Ah, fuck that penguin!
holds up its fin at you.
Gungir defensively points his zero wand at it as he holds it sideways as he holds his ground and carefully continues along his way, eyeballing the penguin the entire time.
Just
Along
points
the
at you
penguin
like
perimeter.
the angry monkey from Chris's bedroom and Family Guy, just like,
Yes.
Wait till we learn that that's Titanius's personal pet.
no. Anywho, in the morning, y'all grab your breakfast, eat whatever you wish to eat, so to speak. Or whoever wishes to get up can get up and do their shite.
Liar,
prefer to
whom
stay-
nobody has seen since she disappeared from the spa, still does not appear.
She's still invisible?
What? No, she left, and then y'all assumed she went back to the hotel, and she didn't show up for dinner, and now she's not here for breakfast.
Well, shit.
Where's Liar?
Well, Liar maybe sent out a search party immediately.
Grabbing breath, glass of
You
water.
can always
Oh, she's a
check her
capable maid.
room.
So,
Aye, aye, aye.
Or
Well, that's
No,
what
we
we
already
assume.
checked her.
We don't know if she's actually back in her room. It's the thing.
you can assume that and check anyways. You know what room she has.
Were we sharing room?
Oh,
Was it like two?
No,
people had the
You
option to
and-
have their own room.
Okay.
you
Oh,
and
yeah,
Gungir were the only ones.
Yeah, me and Gungir shared rooms.
Yeah.
You two bunked.
Because Paul
Everyone else
doesn't,
had their own room.
because Glad doesn't like to sleep alone.
That's true.
Yeah, no, you know where each person is on each floor, so it's like, okay, can go to said room.
I do that.
Go to Liar's room. Door.
Do-do-do-do-do. Good morning. And I knock on the door.
Oh, I forgot to change my.
Morning.
Good morning. You're the only
Uh,
one that didn't appear.
oh, sorry. Not opening door, just talking through door. Have we been called for yet?
Not yet, but we have been called for breakfast. To eat breakfast, because you eat breakfast in the morning.
Oh, that's okay. Would there be an option to have food brought to her or something? It's a
Oh.
fancy, swanky ass hotel.
Oh. You can have room service,
Pardon?
but it's like crap. It's like junk food.
She'd eat that then, but yeah. That's okay. I'll come down when it's time for us to see the king.
Well, okay, but there's still cool things to see in the city, probably. But if you like your room, then I'll see you around then. Bye later.
Alright.
That turns around and goes back down.
Should I or shouldn't I?
So is everyone sitting at a table together?
To my knowledge.
Yeah, and Fall. What I write in me, Fall is actually doing.
Vlad will gloomily sit down at the table.
Why is Doggo moving around so much?
Because he's a good boy.
Excited.
Think he's hungry.
I'll pass him table scraps because he is a good dog. Drake.
He's a good boy.
Yes.
Should I or shouldn't I?
Oh, hello, friend.
Look forward.
Well, shouldn't you?
Huh?
I feel like the answer is normally shouldn't with you, right?
Ways.
I'm
After a while, if you want to finish your conversation, go for it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm considering other spells in the book that I have. I have a lot of offensive spells, but not really much in the way of spells that could help us on the journey, like divination spells.
Ah,
That can remove curses, diseases, etc.
And it can also break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it...
Do you not know what divination spells are?
I know there's magic, and you can make things happen with it.
Basically, divination spells give you knowledge that you wouldn't normally have.
Knowledge you shouldn't normally have. Like where two artifacts are.
I guess my that random effect of my red magic would be considered divination, but some of them are like, I'm trying to think of a divination spell. I know there's like one very common divination spell, but I can't remember what it's called.
So can like divination teach you like how to cheer people up and stuff?
I want to roll for that.
Yes, insight.
Because I don't know if Fall would know that. She just knows what the principle of divination are.
Then
Insight,
roll
you said?
Arcana.
Okay.
Arcana.
I'd just like to point out, it's
Oh my
not.
god.
You did not write divination. You write divination. So these are spells that only affect people named Devon.
Or they make you into Devon.
Anywho, you don't know that much, to be fair. Your mentor knew more than you did about Devon. I read it, and I'm like, I'm gonna say this wrong. I did. Shut up. Gonna be all tsundere now.
Well, there you go.
Baka.
Knows, Ravak knows all the things about it.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Let me give you an example. This ring I have. This is technically divination.
Which one? You
So-
got like 50,000 of them.
I was about to say I showed the ring of Gungle translate.
Ah, that's the one that speak words to anything that can speak words.
Correct. Says
you know,
in Celestial.
Half right, but you're not gonna correct him because you're a dick.
Correct. Says in Celestial.
I I don't know what you said.
The ring that... Wait, does Gungir have the ring of Identify, or...
Oh, he can just cast Identify at will.
Oh, I guess I have it then.
Have it
This-
Or you could just throw it away because you have Gungir.
This ring I have as well is
Sell it.
also divination.
And that's what Gungir can do too. Yeah.
True. But in case
He's
Gungir
divine.
isn't around, it's good to have something like this.
You did just ditch us for a whole day.
Well, I was on the sightseeing tour. You can't blame me for that.
I don't blame you, but it'd be... What if we had to identify something while you're off on getting an inspiration or something? It makes sense to have some redundancy.
But no, divination is a good type of magic to have just in case.
And you're saying you want to have that instead of blowing things up?
I can
Well,
fill
I'm
more
in
people
favor.
out of this, but we need to find people who have divination spells in order to fill it out.
Well, good luck with that. We were just at the school.
Yes,
You
and I
did
couldn't
a
find any.
sleepover.
I tried to find some people, but none of them seemed willing.
Where can you find divining people?
Can I roll something? See if that fox girl might have known divination.
Divination.
Roll knowledge history, I guess.
The truth is, all divination
God,
magic
my
comes
roll-
from a source. An extra-dimensional entity known as Devin, who knows all things. Tapped into Devin to gain the wisdom.
Moving on.
Oh, knowing Devin.
Oh, Devin,
Yeah,
grant me
you
eyes.
know that certain patrons of the gods can have that type of yeah. And people who follow said gods can have it, but you're not 100% sure about the Kitsune village. For like the weird mediocre sense, nobody goes out in that general direction.
Okay.
Unless if you saw a Kitsune, you might be able to ask them, but you also gotta figure, you gotta hope and pray that they're a caster.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have no forking clue.
Well, I'm sure whatever spells you managed to put in there, we can put to good use on our submarine.
Let's see. What spells do I have that would be good for a submarine? I have... Looks through the spell book.
You don't have to list them off right now, Fall. We're eating breakfast.
Actually, the only
The
one
only
that might...
one that you could probably throw on the ship itself would be Counterspell.
Or Fireball. No, Counterspell is mine. It's not on the... It's not in the book. At least I haven't filled it out yet.
Anywho, after I'd say about an hour, you see Albert walk in towards the dining hall.
Oh, greetings, Alfred.
My name is Albert, sir.
Oh, my apologies.
Just
There's like 3 of them. One's named Alfred, one's named Albert, and one's named like Alphonse or something,
Lord.
and they're all triplets.
I'm just assuming this guy has like been cloned like countless times.
Yes.
Albert.
Anywho, the king wishes to speak with you at once.
Ooh, I
Well,
told
best not to keep him waiting then.
You may finish your meal. You have looks at his watch very fancily. half an hour, I would suggest bringing your tiefling friend. He did say all of you are required to come and wear something a little more appropriate for His Majesty.
What, if it's not suitable? Those with robes?
You're fine. I'm speaking of your other compatriots. The fighter should be fine. Points to
Oh.
Asemar.
Oh my. I'm actually kind of surprised by that.
Points to Gungir. He'll pass. Looks to Ravak. It'll do. Looks to Galahad. Yeah. Hide.
Sorry, bud.
Excalibur's face. Oh. Alfred. Excalibur faces.
Yes. Please meet me out front at the carriage. We will go once the entire group of your party arrives.
I'm good to go. Gets up and heads to the carriage.
Whoop!
I scarf food. I go tell Liar that it's time.
So you go back to Liar's room. You're like,
Yeah.
it's
I go
time
up
to
and I
go.
knock again. I knock again, and it's like,
Got to the carriage!
I know you liked your room and you wanted to hang out there, and it's very cool, but I just wanted to say that you wanted to know when it was time to go, and so it's time to go. The butler guy showed up and he said, we got to see the king at once, and that we should look fancy, but I don't look fancy, but we're going to go anyway, so that's all.
The door like cracks open a little bit, and she just like, you can see her eye peeking out, looking really anxious.
Fire!
Are you sure I should be going at all?
Yes, he was very specific that it had to be all of us. Or I'd say you could stay home if you wanted to.
I just... This all feels so ridiculous. I don't understand why a king would want to see me.
I mean, we're world-famous super adventurers who slayed a dragon and will save the world, and we're very cool.
And blew up part of area to do it.
I mean,
was-
yeah, minor details.
Mostly all of you all, and I was just sort of there, and I don't really...
I mean,
This doesn't make any sense.
Don't think about it like he's a king, alright? He's got a shiny crown, maybe. Maybe he's a dragon. I figure we've already gone through the dragon kings. They can't all be dragons. Here's my point. He's a guy. He's just a dude. They're all just people like us. I don't think they should put on fancy airs and act like they have to be treated with more respect than others, and you have to dress fancy for them. I think that's all a load of shite. Let's just go see what kind of job he's got for us and decide if we want to do it. Don't be afraid. We're cool. He's not.
still-
Maybe.
It's still a bit intimidating, but I guess you're right. And then slowly she'll open up the door and Venom cue the picture.
Yes. Yes! Good player. Didn't work.
Ta-da! Ah, it's so small.
I don't see anything.
I hit shut of players.
Did you make it only visible to me?
All player.
Where's
Show
it?
it again.
Hey!
Aww.
Wow!
And here's a close-up in detail because I did such a really, really good job on like the necklace and everything else that this is so pretty.
Where is it supposed to be posted?
Oh, right
Put it
in.
the Discord so you can see it better.
In general.
Or wait, I will put it in the Discord. Link wrong place. that is also not the wrong channel. Oh no. Just spreading her picture to literally every single channel that I'm in. Accidentally
You're like,
thought.
here.
Good job.
No, wait. Oh god.
Cat, head towards the light.
There. Please tell
Cool.
me that was the right channel.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
100%.
And a
not
nice,
crazy.
pretty close up. Look at that detail. He even did every individual chain. It's amazing. Everybody go commission Heidemann.
Aw.
So, glad.
Yeah, she'll step out looking super nervous.
Glad's jaw drops and he says, "I changed my mind. You can look fancy for him."
Imagine he
Okay,
slack
I mean-
jaw but blushing like really hard.
Looking fancy is suddenly very cool.
Please tell me that.
Anyway, let's go.
Please tell me
He
that.
runs and he
Wait,
runs
relax.
very fast.
Wait, I can't. These shoes are really small. Wait. She like picks up her skirts and runs after him.
Yes.
Trying not to trip on her kimono.
Gipsy,
Yeah.
Why are we running?
please tell me when Glad saw her, he just envisioned sakura petals falling down.
Oh! Dun dun.
Doki doki.
Storm.
No, but
Go ahead, Storm.
All right. The moment
It's-
Gungir's gonna try to catch Glad real quick.
okay. You got it.
Hold on, we gotta get you gussied up real quick.
Looking fancy is not something I'm able to do, really, I think.
Glad, hold on. Trust me, I've got a plan.
I'm sure if I can do it, you can too.
Hold on, I've got this. Trust me. Trust in Gungir.
And he grabs Glad's arm and he takes him back up to the room. To their room.
Alright.
Gungir's gonna start quickly scavenging random stuff from the room. The bed sheets,
Oh, the curtains.
the curtain rod.
Okay. The rod.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Trust in Gungir.
Oh god. Yeah.
Oh god, what else can he scavenge from here?
Spittoon in the corner. The lampshade.
Yes, the lampshade.
Shade.
The lampshade. He will scavenge any like really soft like towels or napkins or anything left over.
The expensive bathrobe you're not supposed to take with you.
Yes, and any of the like really fancy soaps or shampoos that they have in there.
Uh-huh.
In
And
his pockets to make them smell nice.
yes, and craft check.
Oh no.
I'll give you advantage for this because I want to see how jerry-rig you can make this.
All right, he is going
Just
to
gave
like
me 22.
he's gonna like use the curtain rod for like paladrons and to like hold up like the sheets as like a cape.
The curtain
love it.
rings are like make a necklace.
Like Dragon Ball Z type rings. Like the destruction gods.
Oh my god.
I'm imagining this.
He has
Shade hat.
he has like opened up the lampshade into a fan shape and has kind of like stuck it on your two little horns to make you have like a like a war crown.
I need to draw this.
Please do.
And he's using his 01 to paint like to put like really fancy looking symbols and shit on there.
Make him basically almost like a prince. Ravak coughs
Rags to
somewhere.
riches.
There we
Rags to
go.
riches made from rags.
Alright, Gungir. Do
Now,
I look cool?
yes, you look very cool. In fact, let me get out the coolometer. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, it's off the charts.
I didn't even know you had a coolometer.
Well, I just invented it, and now it's also broken because it was off the charts.
It was over 9,001.
I'm ready.
All right.
So you made like a neat little tuxedo for hen.
By the way, what does
Oh wait, what does Gungir have?
is Jesus in anything special?
No, I didn't have anything fancy for Jesus to wear, but he is a platinum dragon, so he's always in his platinum best.
You made him a little
Shine.
red scarf.
No, I got him a bow tie.
No, red wouldn't compliment. A little orange scarf or yellow.
A nice
Gungir,
black bow tie. Very formal.
Gungir takes a Gungir takes a spare towel and wraps it around his head like a turban, and takes his silk rope and does like a sash.
Well, I've never had to be fancy for a king before, but I imagine this is what it's like.
Yeah, we didn't
Imagine
have
you
to be
take off your
sexy.
normal t-shirt and you just put on like a v-neck. And it's like still comfy.
He changes from denim coveralls into like a denim jacket and jeans and a denim
Yes.
vest
Yeah.
It's a jute, a jean suit.
with a denim baseball cap, a denim
Oh,
tie.
God. Now I'm imagining a denim top hat.
Oh, you better believe Gungir would have wore the hell out of that.
Oh no, I googled it exists! It exists!
A jock
Down
hat.
further into the rabbit hole.
Jock hat.
Okay, well, I guess you all reconvene at the fucking car.
All right.
Yeah, so we all leave, we
Carriage.
all go out to the carriage. I am trying to show off in my elegant outfit.
Ravak, Asemar, and Fall when he gets back.
I'm
Y'all
back.
see. Okay, cool, good. You see as Lyre comes back to the cart first, and she's looking fancy schmancy in her current outfit. You see
And
Gungir
shy.
in a white turban, which is made out of like a fancy towel and a sash. And you see Galahad with like basically a jerry-rigged suit that actually looks like it's presentable.
Nice outfit. But hold on, I have something to make it extra special. Fall uses minor illusion, creates a kind of like anime Sakura shower for Lyre.
Japanese schoolgirl.
Yeah.
Oh, lordy. Why?
I brought this upon
You
us
did.
a year ago.
Ronan's the one who gave me a kimono. I blame him.
Lyre-chan.
Lyre-chan.
You shut your mouth. She sees Glad in all his curtain rod cape glory, and she giggles behind her hand a little bit.
After that, Glad will hear just triumphant, like, royal horn sounds behind him. Yeah, basically. Minor illusion
Strike
again.
pose.
Do, 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 do.
Hands on
Yo.
hips, chest out, shoulders straight.
Yes.
And then Gungir hears ghost moanings behind him.
Gungir dives headlong into the carriage.
Like face planted
mean.
into the cart.
It's just a fun joke. Hey, at least I'm not hitting him with my staff.
Narrows eyes at you disapprovingly and then gets into the cart. Or the carriage.
Zeus also just shakes his head at Fall and then gets in beside you.
Who does?
Zeus.
Fall will get into the carriage.
Right, get some
Water.
water.
Get in and be off to the king. It takes you a solid hour just to get to the castle gates. That's how big this city is. At least by carriage. And you're being escorted the entire way there by a couple armored guards who start to see the castle in the distance as you're heading up the pathway. Once you get past the Delio. And you make your way inside the rather large palace. You're escorted out of the carriage and are basically following Albert at this point.
Has the AC on full blast, constantly using prestidigitation.
Technically, it's not wrong.
Not wrong, no. Moving on. You follow Albert for about 15 minutes of a walk, and you stop at two rather large doors. Yeah. Royal throne room of His Majesty.
Gungir
You're
will.
prepared for this.
I know you said he's just a person, but this is all very intimidating.
I guess we're ready as we'll ever be.
Right. And then he opens the doors to a very, very large throne room, similar to that of the size of the throne room in Valentia.
Which is bigger.
Yeah, which is big by
No,
itself.
I was asking which is bigger.
Valentia's by a long shot.
Why would anybody need doors this big?
You kind of see why in the distance. You see a 10-foot tall minotaur sitting in a gigantic throne made literally for his size. And beside him are three other figures.
What do they look like?
Well, you see Mr. Thunderfist himself first, show to everyone.
The king is a giant cow.
He's
thought-
in
No,
full plate mail armor
What?
with a giant fuck off axe next to him. He's in
We-
full plate mail.
Oh.
See, very young woman, girl, about I'd say Liar's age, like nearby the other two older looking people.
Okay.
And you see this girl standing also at the ready with a bow on her back. A young gentleman also standing with them. You slowly just walk up towards them, because there's not really much in the room. Them, the throne, and multiple pillars holding up the castle itself.
Hello, sir.
Welcome, esteemed guests. You hear Thunderfist himself greet you as he basically grabs his axe, and similar to that of like holding a sword aloft in his like in front of him, he just slams it into the ground, blade downward.
Liar squeaks
As
in
he
terror.
greets you.
Asemar smiles and gives a light bow.
A fog gives a bow as well.
Gungir waves.
Liar curtsies super low so that she can remain hidden behind Asemar.
There.
And just like bracks and then doggo borks.
There, Thorn. Relax.
Welcome, esteemed heroes, to my humble abode. All here to speak with me and my advisor. Points to the green-haired individual, Voris Eriksson. My Calypso points to the blue-haired individual. And of course, because she insisted on being here for this meeting, my daughter Farah points to the other young female. He was standing when he greeted you, which he towered over all of you.
Gungir starts doing mathematics in his head.
You can kind of understand why all the doorways were so fucking big. As soon as he finished greeting you, he sat back down and set his axe aside. Now to discuss business. I have a job proposition.
What would be the nature of this quest?
See my axe here? He grabs the hilt of it. It has a rival. One in equal of its power. Big old cow king, I see that there.
Are you talking about... Oh god. Why... Oh,
Wolfberg.
Wolfberg. Are you talking about Wolfberg?
Yes. Oh, it's the legendary axe that gives this thing a run for its money.
I have recently learned at least where the location it might be.
I'm willing to fund an expedition to at least get it out of that pirate queen's hands.
Ooh. Well, we of Chinook Bukuwabansi are always happy to take on expeditionary missions. Provided that they don't send us directly into oblivion.
Of course, you'll be well funded and provided all the resources necessarily available to support such a war, so to speak, since she has a massive army on her side.
Gungir raises his hand again. Is it an expedition or...
Well, you're essentially going to where the rumor has it, where she keeps the weapon and stealing it back.
Wow, okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Once we take this axe, what are we to do with it?
Report to one of us four. You don't have to come directly here. You may send a scry, a message, whatever, to let us know that you've retrieved it, and you will be paid accordingly. So I just want it away from that woman's hands so she cannot destroy Marzo or any of the other cities on the continent.
So, we could technically keep this weapon for ourselves.
Oh, God, fall lights. That's always the first thing for you.
Can you just
We
be
want
like
it
me
away
and
from
think
her.
about taking it?
You want it away from her. It doesn't matter where it is. It'd be probably more safe in your group's hands than it would be sitting in a museum or even here in the castle.
You'd be surprised.
Considering the fact that she,
Gungir, shut up.
this woman, considering the fact that this woman is seeking out these legendary artifacts for whatever reason.
So, if she is looking for a magic artifact, if it helps, I know a location of another magic artifact.
Don't need another involved in terms of the artifacts. It's bad enough she already has one. Who knows how many she's collected.
Oh, don't get false hopes up now.
Considering the fact that she has Wolfberg, probably one of the top 3 strongest weapons in all of this continent's history, we have a major problem if she has it in her possession. Considering it has the power to rival gods, to kill gods. It's a god-slaying weapon. What do you expect it to do but to do its purpose, to kill its creators?
Falls eyes widen up at that. Godslaying, you say.
Most of the legendary
Liar goes
artifacts that have
very
been
pale.
discovered are god-slaying. It's sort of a hindrance on creating them.
That could help. He mutters to himself. I'll roll stealth to mother that if
I would
want.
roll sleight of hand. Or
Okay.
stealth.
Or deception.
Yeah, I would use deception, to be frank.
Which you want?
Deception.
Okay, deception. I'm not trained in it, but
You'll be texting
hopefully I get a good roll this time.
I mean, it hasn't loaded yet, so we'll see.
I haven't rolled it yet. Ah,
Oof.
And
all tens.
Alright, let me roll for these 4. He does. Thunderfist doesn't hear. Visor doesn't hear. Even Archmage fails by getting a natural 1. Jesus.
Wow, I was lucky.
Well, Thunderfist has a -3. Daughter only has a neutral modifier, but she rolled a 5. Archmage rolled a natural 1. And Advisor rolled a 3 plus 4.
Thank
How
God I
the
did not
odds
get
are in Fall's favor.
disadvantage.
Oh, how the odds are in Fall's favor.
Anyways,
Okay.
moving on.
Never mind. Why
Anywho,
does my roll 20 keep reloading?
oh, roll 20 be weird. Anyways, we just want this thing back in good people's hands. I always give it to somebody who can use it in combat to make these cultists of the entire realm scared shitless, or something along that line.
Your language, Majesty. There are children abound.
He looks to you.
Gungir motions to the 3 kids in the room.
Shrugs because he doesn't care. He's a king. He can do what he wants.
He's a big cow.
Yeah, he's literally an ox at that point. A bull,
Well.
I should say.
Is there anything you can tell us about this axe before we go retrieving it?
Or about the Pirate Queen.
Yeah.
From what information that the Archmage here gave me about what he's been what she's been researching, she found that the weapon was last seen at her most wired hideout. It is not very large, as it is just a singular small fortress on the coast, not far from here. About, I'd say, at the bottom of the mountain, close to the ocean. Anyways, moving on. The weapon in tow was supposedly due to our spies that, hid among her crew. And that the higher-ups reported the weapon to her directly, and that a few days later, they got word that she'd be coming to retrieve it. That was just yesterday. They received word and reported that back. We currently know its location is in that stronghold, and we want you to grab it and get out with it before the Pirate Queen arrives to pick it up.
So wait, she doesn't have the axe yet?
No, it's in her cult's possession. She doesn't have it directly.
Okay, so we get in, get out, make ourselves some coin.
Exactly. And you'll be paid very handsomely to get the weapon out of that woman's clutches. From what my spies gathered, she's planning on using it against a god. Which one wasn't specificized.
Fall kind of strength with that.
Well, I gotta admit, your gods seem to have an awful big problem if they can just be replaced like a temporary employee.
There's a lot of stir amongst the gods in terms of what the hell is actually going on with the lesser ones. Things are not going well, and I fear for the worst. That's all I got. If you have any other further questions,
Gungir will,
my Archmage here. Not Calypso.
Gungir will pull out his gun droid and make a quick notation on there and slowly approach the king with it. Alright, if everything's in order, I guess we could just get you to sign off on this. And he hands him the Tanukbuku Wabansi contract.
We have that now?
Listen, Gungir is an entrepreneur. He's way ahead of the game.
There we go. That's more to his size.
Whose horns are bigger?
Glad, don't ask us questions.
At least take him to dinner first.
We'll look to his daughter, Farah. Can you read the contract for me? He's afraid to crush it since he's got big old man hands.
I was for a second thinking that you were saying he's illiterate for a king.
He just doesn't want to crush technology.
I think it would be great if you made an illiterate king.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first. Then she will read out the terms of your contract, Gungir.
Gungir will give his daughter an kind of befuddled side glance before handing it off to her.
She will gladly take it and read it over to her father in a language that none of you really understand. Speaking in, I guess, the language of Minotaurs, which I don't even know what it's called.
Oh, moo moo, beef steak, moo moo.
It's like a lot of growls, grunts, and moos.
We just hear his daughter randomly go, moo,
Moo. Moo. Moo.
moo, 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 moo. Yes,
They
it's a
finish.
freaking alien language from South Park.
Moo 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 moo. After about 5 minutes, he nods and she signs off on it herself.
Gungir is going to quietly look at Thera, look up at Titanus, then look back down at Thera. So, is Mrs. Thunderfist still around?
You see her cringe at that, like, oh no, you just pressed the Goku button. Like, you saw her visually, she was very happy, but then you saw her cringe and like, you shouldn't have said that type of face. And you look slowly back up at the king, and he just looks absolutely pissed.
Oh no.
Unbeat me that again.
Oh no, there goes God.
Fall's gonna run up and try
Gungir,
to stop Gungir.
diplomacy check, diplomacy check, diplomacy. Where's my diplomacy? Persuasion check, persuasion check.
What do I do?
Like a
She must
charisma
have
check.
been a very lucky woman.
What do I do to stop Gun?
I
I don't know. What do you do?
that. Yeah, I what do you try to do? I will try to determine role for this.
He basically runs up and tries to silence Gungir, like any way possible.
Roll sleight of hand.
Okay.
Remember, it's a new day. You have tied to chaos.
True.
Oh boy.
Roll.
Oof. He's mumbling to himself. The king's mumbling to himself. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Don't go berserk. Don't go berserk. He keeps muttering that same phrase over and over and over again like a broken record. And Calypso looks over to you guys and says, you might want to back up like 30 feet because he might break a pillar.
Lara's
You are-
gently gonna come behind Gungir and take him by the shoulders and pull him backwards while trying to simultaneously curtsy to the king and being like, I'm so sorry, Your Majesty.
Would that be a charisma roll for her?
Yes.
That's what I'm going
roll
for.
Charisma.
There's my character. There. She. There's.
Natural
Ooh.
20.
Hey!
Managed to calm him down.
That's our tiefling.
He just rubs his temples with his hand.
God damn it, my
Thank you.
roll 20 decided to reload again.
Weird.
No disrespect, Your Majesty.
Thank you, young lady. You, I guess, helped me out in, I guess, a dire situation. Shifty eyes.
It was nothing, Your Majesty. Really, nothing at all.
Fall will
Just
kind of
pulls
step.
Gungir back.
Gungir
Whoa.
will quietly look up at Lyre.
Well, I don't understand the physics of it. I mean, he's like 10 foot,
Oh no.
and she's like 4 foot tall.
He just puts
No, no,
a finger over Gungir's mouth and just like pats the top of his head simultaneously.
At his turban.
Fall will step up and ask, if it's not too much for me to ask, could I have a word with your Archmage?
Right ahead.
In
I
private,
have-
like after this meeting.
Well, my half
to
of
the
this
restroom
meeting
real
is
quick.
over with. You're welcome to speak with these three as you wish. I'm gonna go train, I guess. And he just steps around and just walks out like it's a normal fucking Tuesday for him.
It's every step he takes does a ground shake.
Yes.
Lyre sinks to her
Wait, he
knees
took his
behind
giant
Gungir.
fuck off axe with him. Carried his giant battle axe with him. Now you're stuck with these three. There you go.
Okay. I want to see if anybody else wants to talk to them first.
Lyre's just on her knees hyperventilating a little bit.
I pat Lyre on the back and
Okay.
head
Hey,
groan
Zeus gives
gives
you,
her
like-
snuggles.
Like makes like an ice pack for Lyre, just like here.
Wait, what?
Zeus makes you an ice pack.
Who?
And Zeus,
Jesus.
Oh.
just
You
like
forgot the name of your baby?
No, I couldn't hear it.
louder.
Yeah, Zeus, god of thunder, reaches down and hands you an ice pack.
God opens the clouds. Pats Lyre's head. You did good, small child.
Anyway, what about Dragon, or Asemar and Ravak?
I don't know, is Ravak gonna can you feel the love tonight?
Lord.
Tom?
Mustache, man.
Mustachio man.
Oh, he muted his mic.
Oh, he must be AFK.
What?
Didn't say anything though. This
Yeah,
is
that's
awkward.
weird. Oh, he's typing something.
Oh,
Where in general or into?
General.
yeah, in
Yeah.
general.
Oh, okay.
Is Asemar gonna do anything, or?
I mean, I'm good.
Is in my
Tom,
background, not sure.
is Ravak
You're
gonna do
currently
anything?
muted, so.
If not, Fall will walk up to the Archmage, which is... That is, frickin'...
So her.
Oh, Calypso is the Archmage, okay.
The archer mage.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ha.
He will walk up to her. Greetings, so you're the Archmage of this region.
Oh, one and only.
I was curious. How good are you at making magic items of great power?
Why, you fuzzy son of a bitch!
Seriously,
Honestly, Gungir's
jeez.
not good enough for you anymore.
No.
You
There's a reason why he's asking the Archmage.
falling leaves, you traitorous slut!
Falling leaves. What the fuck
Anywho.
is that?
Falling tree, you traitorous slut.
I may. Oh, I'll wait.
Yeah, go
Unless
ahead.
you want me. Oh, I'm a wild magic sorcerer, and I was curious if you could make me something to help me control my wild magic.
She puts her hand on her chin and thinks for a moment. Yeah, I can make something. It'll take me a short while to do it, though.
How long is a short while?
Like this, she snaps her fingers, and a wristband appears.
Oh? Looks at it.
This
What does
item
it?
is specifically what you're looking for. It will tailor to your needs.
Arcana roll? I guess, since I don't know what she's talking about.
It's a
What would I roll?
friendship bracelet!
What would I roll to figure out what she means?
That's
So-
insight.
Insight, I guess. $13. God, my rolls are not great.
Even with that roll, she's telling the honest truth. This is exactly what you're looking for in terms of trying to control your wild magic.
What will it exactly do?
You spoke to the teachers at the magic school, correct? The two wild sorcerers?
Yes.
Female, the Tabaxi. She has the ability that this bracelet has naturally over years of experience.
Anywhere where I can test this out?
Oh, please, by all means, if anything goes wrong, I have counterspell.
No, he was asked. I'm just gonna tell you guys now. He was asking her because he thinks that that job would be too much for Gungir.
Underestimating son of a bitch.
Hey guys, I got a new item.
Oh boy, another one.
Does
This
one
will
blow up?
actually assist us.
Gungir looks insulted. Oh.
Jeez.
I just realized how badly I phrased that.
Well, gee, you fucking think?
I mean, it will.
Gungir holds a finger up to his lip, despite the fact he only comes up to his knee.
You've already said enough, sir. You've already said enough.
Okay.
And he walks
listen,
away.
I mean, I more meant that it will help me not to blow you guys up.
That's to put it lightly, Calypso says, stepping up to the ooh beside you.
Will it keep you from blowing us up emotionally? And he charges out the front door.
Gungir, wait.
Why do I always say the wrong stuff?
Because you don't know how to English properly without offending people's feelings.
You're the least charismatic sorcerer.
No, I actually feel bad for that because of how I phrased it.
Aye.
Calypso did not help diffuse the situation because she does not care.
What do you mean putting it lightly?
Simply put it this way, you don't know how to consider others' feelings in certain regard.
Ugh.
Of marriage.
Ugh, feelings.
Let me teach you about relationship statuses, buddy.
Oh,
What?
I'm gonna teach
Now
you
I am
shit.
confused in and out of character.
Venom, listen, that's Ravak's job.
She's basically gonna teach you the magic of friendship. I made myself die there.
Oh, come on, man, don't catch what I got.
You've caught something, and that's dying.
No. I mean, everybody has caught that, but no.
So, how does this ring exactly work? Or bracelet, I mean.
So to speak, you cast spell, you can choose whether or not, personally, you want to use your wild magic or not. Its effects are still as random as before, but at least now you can control whenever it goes off and on, so to speak.
Let me test this out. Is there any target that I could use?
Please, you can use me. She steps back.
Okay. Let me try a spell from my spell book. See if that might work. What spell should I use? Okay. Fall. Am I still using like my magic slots for this?
Well, you'd be casting a spell, so I believe so.
Oh, true. Why not? We're probably not going to have any encounter. Fall will... Fire will come from his hands, and he'll try to shoot fire.
Firebolt? Or fireball?
Fireball.
Okay.
Yeah. What do I roll to see? Like, I don't know how this bracelet exactly works mechanically.
Basically, out of character, it will allow you for 3 charges a day to choose as a character whether or not you want to use your wild magic or not. Otherwise, if you do not use the item, you normally would roll your 1d20.
Oh, so I still have to roll 1d20?
If you want to use a charge, you can basically say, okay, I want to use my wild magic. If you don't, you roll your 1d20.
Oh, okay.
It means you don't have to roll 3 times a day. You can just decide for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, I guess I will use wild magic.
Alright, roll me a 1d100 and let me pull out my list, because I'm not prepared.
Does anything happen with this ring or bracelet when I use it?
Sparks chaotically with lightning.
Oh, okay. 66.
66. Let me see what we got here on the list.
You learned the location of a third magical artifact.
Now I want to know what number 16.
Okay, we've already had this one. I'm gonna have you re-roll.
What was it?
Just the gender flip.
Oh,
It's not as exciting.
18.
Oh, come on, have fall reverse genders for the day.
No, do it to one of the advisors.
I mean, she would just counterspell it.
Very simple. Learn a language that you do not know.
Wait, what?
You do not
What'd you
know.
say?
You learn a language you do not know.
Oh.
Is
what?
I will determine that. Let's see. What languages do you currently know, Fall?
Yes.
King Wise.
Gungle translate.
You know how to percept languages coming in English. You don't know how to speak them.
Oh, I thought the thing was that it also translated my words to...
Nope.
Okay,
One way.
languages I know are Common, Elvish, Gnomish, and Kitsune, because we decided the natural 20 allowed me to speak Kitsune.
Okay, so you will now know. Let me roll for myself here. Of course it had to be that one. Draconic.
Oh. I don't feel any different.
That's-
Nothing happened.
That's one of the many cases of wild magic. You never know what happens with it.
Huh. Odd.
You did cast the spell. I sensed the magic.
What
It just
happened?
didn't work.
I guess I speak that in Draconic randomly.
That's what happened. She speaks in Draconic to you.
What the fuck? Draconic again.
You know how to speak dragon, she says. In dragon. A storm.
Oh, just when we got a second.
Right.
I'm good.
Gungir's gonna go sulk outside on the front step.
Alright.
He's just gonna go toss his turban away.
I'll go with him.
Same.
Wow.
Consoling my boy.
Well, I don't get it. What's up with that guy? I work hard to make magic stuff for everybody. It's been useful.
It has. Your magic things are amazing, Gungir.
Well, I made you a kitchen. I made Asemar a magic cross. I haven't made Ravak anything yet. I made Fall a staff to replace his staff that he blew up. I purchased us a house. Oi. You know, my grandpa always used to say you can't please anybody, but I try. Well, I try.
You please everybody. He's just playing hard to please.
I've gone from a Gungir to a Grumpgear.
Oh. Blair pats your hand. I think everything you've made is really amazing, and that you've been really, really wonderfully generous, and I don't know how to even begin repaying you for the lovely kitchen you made me.
Well, I'm the artificer. It's what I do. I make the things to make the party better.
Now
He's
I'm
gonna-
dying, damn it.
He's gonna pull out his little notebook. He's gonna flip to a page and he's gonna tear out a page and just toss it aside. He's gonna stick his notebook back in his backpack.
Tear out one blank page.
Not a blank page. It's got some stuff on there.
Probably
What's that?
in progress doodles.
And
What
I'll
was that?
Never mind.
and he'll start heading back to the manor.
Hotel. Okay.
Hotel.
Blair's gonna pick it up and look at it.
What was on that sketch of paper? Gungir.
It was the next item that he had planned for fall.
Right in the feels.
He was going to upgrade his mimic ring into a Shoggoth ring. So basically it could mimic his other 4 rings.
Would that work since Mordor is a living object?
We'll never know now.
We may never know.
Oh, that
Stuff the artificer.
That makes me actually curious.
Well, too bad.
No, not about Gungir's item. I'll wait until I have time to talk again.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm gonna go grab another glass of water. I keep coughing stuff up.
Oh,
So
Meanwhile, back with Fall.
I just realized something. Is there anything you can tell me about? Hold on, give me a sec. Augur here.
Aaron, what about him?
Well, I seem to found a companion of him. Shows her Mordor.
Oh, you found Modor. Or his ring, I should say.
Oh, that's actually your name. I just gave you that randomly.
Right, I keep forgetting she sort of like removes like a sort of like contact lens that acts as a identify thing. She sticks it back in, like blinking a few times. That hurts every time.
So, is there anything you can tell me about Augur?
I mean, what isn't there to know about him? He's a fairly famous hero across the realm. I mean, he's sort of a newer hero since he took over the last Augur's position, who disappeared about 2 years ago.
Like any information that would be prudent to Mordor, possibly.
Not that I'm aware of.
Because it seems that
Okay.
Mordor doesn't remember.
Well, that's kind of the things with mimics. They're usually created by using a person's soul that is currently dying.
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, so to speak, Modor was a living person, or being, so to speak, that was dying of some tragic illness, disease, etc., and the Augur created for him, but in loss of memory. Mimics work,
I
so to
see.
speak. Sometimes they're also created in other ways.
All I want to know, thank you for the item. He'll leave.
Think nothing of it. And she will waddle off as well, leaving poor old Farah on the throne. Delete. And delete.
And speaking of which, why do we keep coming across so many hybrid animals? It's so weird. First there was the deer woman, and now there's the cowgirl. What's going on in this part of the world?
Miss Lyra.
is there any way for Ravak to get in what he's wanted to do?
Oh no, don't worry about it.
But I do worry about. And also, I'm very curious.
I think the time has passed. It was very unfortunate. Like I think it was like whatever, like my washing machine just like was on for like 20 minutes or whatever. I was like, no,
No.
it's fine.
Rip. For that I say so. Anywho. He has reconvened outside the castle gates.
Except Gungir.
Gungir.
Gungir's gonna pull out his gun droid. He's gonna make sure that it's signed, and he's gonna take a look at it. What part of the world did they say that this axe was being kept at? They said it was near the coast.
Near Lyre's old home.
Here we go.
That's the world map?
Throt of the world. I see Lockhelm to the south. Northeast.
It's in the middle of the sea.
Was there. That's where you remember it was. Is currently
It's not literally where Lyre's from.
is at Rowan's Blade, which is the peninsula. The hell near Regalia.
Rowan's Blade. So up north.
Mm-hmm.
Northeast, south, so northwest.
From here, it would take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 days just to get there.
7 days. Alright. Well, we're pretty well stocked on health items already. We got our destination. And this is do this as quick as possible for woman what's-her-face, the Pirate Queen, shows up there.
Mm-hmm.
So when do we want to start?
So we reconvened at the hotel.
I'd assume so.
I'm happy with as soon as possible.
I'm good.
I suppose so.
Seems like a terrible idea.
But they're going to help us.
He used the thing on her and she just shrugged it off, and apparently it's a thing that can murder gods, and so I don't really want to know what she is.
Well, considering that every legend that I've heard around here involves replacing a god, that doesn't exactly sound like a monumental challenge.
And we've killed dragons, mind you.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Doesn't matter, it's still a great accomplishment. No matter how you swing it.
Before was a very scary, mean man who made everything really awful, and she must be at least 1,000 times worse, and I just
Well, then we
Yeah.
have to be careful.
I mean, if a king is asking for help, it must be serious, right?
why is he asking us? He is a very, very big, scary cow man. Could he do it?
Because he has other matters that he must attend to. That's what kings have to do. You know?
Maybe he thinks that he's done better than any of his men would.
I don't know, I think it's probably the work expendables, not gonna lie. But that's not gonna happen, liar. We'll be fine.
Think about what will happen if a mean, super scary pirate lady got a super god axe.
She already has it. I saw her get it. It was terrifying.
Yeah, you saw her completely wipe out another island with it.
She destroyed an entire island with it.
I have a question.
Well, all the more reason to remove it from her possession then.
When you said like she just completely was unfazed by the axe, this is out of character. Was it basically like in DBZ when a character just completely backhands a Kai blast?
Yeah, basically. Like, from what?
Oh, Mr. Ravak.
Yeah, Ravak.
I'll let you finish explaining first.
Like, what Liar's explaining to you, like, from when she saw the fight in between the Pirate Queen and the Orc Warlord, Like, the Pirate Queen completely made a fool out of the Warlord. Like, made him look like he was a common bandit that was just a plague. Annihilated him with a single well-placed hit. Without even trying. I'm moving on to Ravak.
Anyway, I'm gonna say to Liar, I will serve as a distraction.
What?
Perhaps
I said I'll serve as a distraction. I'll get her attention. I'll move her away from the rest of you guys. You worry about the item, and I'll deal with her head on.
No, that's really dangerous.
What he said.
I think we should use magic to kind of trick her. Like,
Well,
maybe
plus-
she's...
Wait,
Between you and I, bud,
If you
I
want-
have the higher armor.
if you want
capabilities.
magic... And Gungir, I apologize for what I said earlier.
Gungir does not
This-
even look at you.
This bracelet that the Archmage gave me, it allows me to control my wild magic. I can choose when and when not my wild magic activates for 3 times a day. So, if you want a distraction, I could possibly be the best person to distract her.
What? Well, I was thinking something like one of us could like dress up as like one of her like followers and be like, "Look at me! I have your axe. I replaced yours with a fake one." And they would look at it, and she would look at it, and she'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you've tricked me!" But actually, we tricked her, and then we pick up the real axe and we run.
Oh, you mean
Could probably do something like that.
You don't know what the axe looks like.
Right, we
That's the
sneak
big
up.
With the
issue.
axe, but the part with disguising myself as somebody else.
Right, we'd sneak up, we'd watch, we'd see her. You know, we'd find some moment when she doesn't have the axe in her hands, and that's when we strike. We make her think we've already got it, and then we can really get it.
I think we're making plans for a place we haven't even seen just yet.
I think it would be best if we could avoid running into her altogether.
All
Yeah.
I'm saying is, we don't need to beat her, we just need to separate her from her little treasured axe in order to complete our mission and save lots of people that might die because she kills them with an axe. It's scary.
Hey, I need a killer, remember?
Well, I mean, that's like, you know, that's true. Maybe we can kill her with the axe.
It didn't work.
Like, we're stronger and cooler.
I don't know about that. He was a very big, strong, mean man.
Anywho, Fall, go ahead.
were we told the layout of the area?
You just have the location and that you know it's in a very small fortress.
Okay. I have a bit of an idea. Pulls up the scrying orb. I will ask someone in the kingdom if they have a map of the area. That way we at least know what the layout looks like.
I wouldn't count on the odds of that.
Let me grab someone who might overhear. Loop.
Angel appears.
Oh no!
Nope.
You, go away! Go away!
Kana appears.
Well, apparently, what's her pink name is here in town.
Olivia.
Yeah, she was in the hot spring for some reason.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh, is that why you disappeared?
God,
If
she's
she bothers you, oh, tell her off.
and then she'll go away because I told her off. So there. You just come get me.
But she's a princess and also a dragon, and I didn't want to be rude, so I just left.
I'm sorry to
That's
interrupt,
fair.
but I was
Ah!
hearing you needed help for a layout of a fortress nearby.
Looks over to see
You
who it is.
Farah.
Not nearby,
Thunderfist's
exactly.
daughter.
Hi there. You're
Thunderfish's daughter.
You just call me
Thunderfish.
Farah.
I said Thunderfist.
I know it sounded like fish, though.
Thunderfish.
Thunderfist's daughter.
Just call me Farah.
Yes, Farah. I was curious if you have a layout of what the Pirate Queen's base looks like.
Oh, the base of where they have the weapon
Yes.
cached at. We do have a layout, and I actually borrowed a copy from the Archmage herself there.
Would you mind if we borrow it?
Yeah.
For yours, I was actually planning on handing it over.
I'm sorry if we left before we were supposed to, Your Majesty.
Oh, you don't have to be so formal around me. I don't really care about my status.
Paul will unroll the map and look at it.
The last princess who said that to her kissed her.
Now, I don't have the image drawn up yet, but it is a very well detailed map of the inside of the castle made by the spies that infiltrated the place.
Oh, this is an actual castle.
It's a
It's a small
fortress, so
fortress.
yeah.
Are there other buildings around this?
Oh, it is on a peninsula on flat ground, and there are siege weapons on top of it.
Well, that breaks an idea that I had.
Like, it is a craggy coast. There's not much cover. From what you can tell, there is a passage from the water that leads under the piece itself and into the inside. It seems like a
Oh.
plumbing duct.
How big is this?
From the dimensions that the spies have written down, it's big enough to stand up in.
Okay, then.
About like 6 feet, 7 feet tall.
This may give me an idea, but issue is we would need water braving.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to get that on a short notice.
Talking to the princess of the king, I can have that gotten for you in less than 12 hours. Not leaving immediately. And it'll take time to prepare. Dad did say he would prepare everything for any type of raid.
Fall shows them the storm or the sewage drain thing. This area right here could be a good area to sneak in. We would
And
need a few
escape.
water breathing scrolls.
Be a good way to get in and out. From the estimated distance, it would take about a half hour to get in and out by water.
How long does water breathing last? Is it an hour?
1 hour, so you would have plenty of time.
Take a look.
Another suggestion is, due to the spies that we sent in, they said that they were active 24/7, at least on the walls. It would be best probably to use that sewage duct at night. They don't patrol the coast. They just patrol the castle itself.
Or, here's another idea. Do you have anything that could give you flight?
Sadly, that's under the Archmages. lock and key. That I would have to ask her specifically.
Because another idea is send in some flying units as a
Everything
possible
that we
distraction.
send in gets shot down immediately.
Yes, on sight. Invisibility.
Let's not try to mess with too many factors here. All we need is one thing going wrong, and we're done for. Potentially.
Okay.
He's right. We've tried a double-sided action before, going through the main gate and going with the aerial around, with these siege weapons that they have placed in strategic locations. They can bombard you without even a second thought.
Of all the times to not have a submarine ready.
Ravak.
Believe it or not, out of character, that was the thought I had, but I realized that submarine would be too...
Ravak.
Gungir, could you make a carpet fly like in the stories?
How about you disguise yourself and you put me as a prisoner?
What it was is we still have 2 spies working under her.
She does have an affinity for wanting to kill kobolds.
It'd be risky, but we could have you as our inside man being captured by our 2 spies. That would work. You would be stripped of your armor and weapons. At most,
I
you'd
could
be
make
having a
myself
dagger.
look like one of them.
You do have 1 extra disguise for a normal-sized person, like of your stature, or of points to fall his stature, or points to Asemar.
Okay.
Points
They have a
to
disguise.
Asemar, they have an extra outfit.
Well, I just meant that I can, do this, and she'll disguise herself to look like the princess, I guess.
But that eventually wears off. You could potentially be a captured target as well.
I would volunteer to be a captured target. As it is, it might be dangerous to have me on the main group due to my wild magic.
And that'd be smart, actually, sending you in alone while the rest of the crew goes in through the sewers and sort of pincer effect.
All I need is some secret way of having a focus or something similar with me, since you said I would lose all my armor and gear.
Considering your cloak is not that well of... We can make a secret pocket.
Isn't that nice staff thing that Gungir made for you collapsible or something?
Looks like Gungir.
Gungir's busy on his tablet.
I don't know if it is.
Do I
Absolutely
remember if it is?
necessary. We can make your cloak the arcane focus. Temporary.
What? I've never heard of such power.
God slang. No, that's the real juju. But magic cloaks? God.
No, seriously, it makes no sense to me.
Maybe they would infuse a arcane cloak. Have a focus on him no matter what.
Huh.
Haven't you heard of Jesus and his magical Technicolor Dreamcoat?
Oh,
Oh, damn it.
that's sacrilege right there.
Just pull a Doctor Strange or something, I guess.
If you guys are willing, I will play as the prisoner instead. My wild
Have
magic,
fun with that.
my wild magic could give us an extra edge for when I need to break out.
Plus, our
Could certainly
spies
be
can
potentially
easily release you too.
distracting.
I'm sorry, I couldn't
Yeah.
hear Venom.
Could also be released by our spies as well. They're also going to be participating in the attack.
How are we going to meet up with them?
Meet you indiscriminately. We already get them your descriptions.
I have another idea.
Mhm.
I haven't. Instead of I could possibly hand my bag of holding to Gungir or someone else. That way, they have magic items just in case.
Another brilliant idea. And plus, if we absolutely need to, what's to say that we don't give you a scroll that you can possibly pickpocket or even put in your clothing somewhere that you can just pull out, whip out, and use?
Question
What's
is,
your
what scroll?
factors? Well, we could have an immediate lock-picking scroll to unlock the lock. Basically, knock. Or I could teach you the magic, since I know that spell.
I suppose there's no way to know where the axe actually is in this whole big
I was
place.
actually about to ask. Could you give me a scroll with a divination spell that would tell me the location of the item?
It's hard to say, since you would need to know what the item looks like. And the only people that do are our two spies, which are already there.
Did I not see it when it happened, and with the dude carrying it around my island?
I've seen glimpses of it. You didn't really get a good look at it. All you know is it's giant and it's red.
Well, if that's the case, pulls out the scrying orb, why not ask them what the item looks like? And give me a divination spell to help me find it.
There's probably a good chance they're not allowed close enough to look at it.
That would be a good idea, but even then, you don't know what it
if
looks like.
they'd seen it, wouldn't they know where it's being kept?
Exactly know where it's being kept. They just cannot move it because there's not enough of a
Wait, they do know where it's being kept?
Mm-hmm. The most central room.
Oh, well, at least we know where to try to get to.
It's not a large fortress. There's only 9 rooms. She basically shows you the layout. There's the main entrance area. To the right of the main entrance room is the small barracks. To the left is basically just like a continuous snake hallway. It loops all the way around. Basically, hold on a minute. I can kind of show this by drawing it.
Use the restroom again.
That's kind of like what it would look like on the inside. Oh, where? It's square is in the middle. And that's where it's being located. This is where the prison area is located, which is right next to it. But there's no doorway here. There's a doorway here. That is connected to the barracks, which is down here. And then there's a solid wall here. It's very ghetto, but this is kind of like almost to scale eggs, kind of.
So where would fall be?
It would be here. We would have to go all the way around like this. Just to get into the center room. And this is where the sewer grate comes up, right here where I'm pinging.
Would they still have to go like through the cell to get me? Or to go into the area?
This is a solid wall.
Ah.
So the two allies would have to come into the barracks here to let you out. Meanwhile, you would probably meet up somewhere around this point.
Okay.
All things went well. I'm actually going to leave this image here because this is actually to scale. I looked at my map.
If I am
Just like this.
prisoner, I think it would be best if I had a scroll for abjuration, a scroll for an evocation spell, and possibly knock and some sort of illusion.
Oh, major illusion, fireball, knock, and probably healing ward.
Or counterspell. Oh wait, I have counterspell.
Yeah, since you'll be given a...
Yeah.
You wish. It's like a...
We actually have this
Counter-
type of setup set up right now.
Yeah. It's like...
So fall will be
Okay,
right
so-
here.
Yeah, you could be anywhere in that cell.
So I would be right here.
Mm-hmm.
And you two would enter where?
The two spies would enter in here. She points on the map. And they will call your name specifically. In a language that you know that these guys do not. Most of their soldiers speak Thieves' and Common. What languages do you know?
I know, besides Common, Elvish, Gnomish, Kitsune, and this one speaks in Draconic.
Okay, so they will speak to you in Elvish.
Reaction from Ravak when I spoke Draconic.
Yeah.
Now, I do know that they keep prisoners' stuff separate. So you're gonna have to come get it, which is usually around this area.
What do all of you
Crap.
think?
Or your friends are gonna come in through the sewer grate, which is here. Which is really close to the treasure room entrance, which is here.
What do all of you think about this plan so far?
Gungir's gonna look up at Miss Thunderfist, and he's gonna motion to her. I'm gonna want to speak to you afterwards for just a second.
As you wish.
I mean, after we're done here. After we're done.
It's fine.
Looks at the other companions to see what their thoughts are.
Maya looks uncomfortable.
Oh,
Plan seems to be in working order. We know enough about them that we shouldn't be too worried.
As far as I'm aware of, the second floor only covers the walls. And the top of the main building. It's like the main building, like 20 feet of space in between the main building and its walls. But they're connected by catwalks. Which also connect the siege weapons. As far as I'm aware of, they have cannons and ballista. And I believe they might also have a trebuchet.
Perhaps we have one of our teams also disable the weapon.
What for?
Back up.
Get via the sewers. You could get out before they knew they would be attacked. You would just have to knock out the guard that's not protecting the... Shouldn't be too hard since you got 2 allies to help you. Along with your normal crew here. It's 1 guard. I believe you can handle that. It's for me. This plan is to be set in motion as soon as you get there.
Gungir's gonna look around the table. Are you ready to go?
well,
I'm satisfied at least, so.
We need the arcane focus and some of the scrolls, which she said won't be available for 12 hours.
We can get that within the next 12 hours. I already notified the Archmage via message what we need. She said she'd get on it, so probably by the time I return to the castle, or at least 12 hours from now, we'll have everything delivered to here for the mission ahead.
So I think we'll be good tomorrow.
Good. Well then I hope you're all ready and prepared for then.
I look at the others to make sure that we should be good for tomorrow.
Welcome to keep the planning map if you want to change up any last minute things when you're before you voluntarily get captured.
Gungir will take a quick
Wait, what?
image of it with his gun droid.
As I'm
With
heading back
our
to the castle
various
myself.
pieces of where they're supposed to be.
Alright.
You gentlemen and lady need to come back to the castle. And she walks back to the castle.
Oh, Gungir was wanting to talk to her afterwards.
Right, yeah. So she goes over to you after you're done.
Gungir will actually talk to her outside.
Alright, quick question. Would you be able to make a special rush order for one of my companions?
What variety?
Armor and weapon. I have all the ingredients needed.
What are you specifically trying to make?
I will DM you what I've got after session.
I'm a little concerned about Mr. Ravak. He seems to be a little bloodthirsty. Last time I saw him like that was the whole incident with the dragon, and he was like, I've got to kill it dead. And then we did that, and I thought, oh, okay, now his bloodlust is satiated. Because he's a kobold, he's not too much bigger than me, so I figure, hey, well, I'm sure his bloodlust is pretty easy to fill, but now he's got all this going on. I'm afraid he's going to go rushing in and trying to go giving her a whopping on her on his own.
It'd be suicide to challenge the queen herself at that moment in time.
Yeah, well, a little comedy made it did her. Kind of made me think otherwise.
But that could easily be done in 12 hours. Our top blacksmith will probably get on it as soon as I deliver this order and the materials.
It's 3 things.
Right.
And Gungir will hand her a copy of the schematics for these 3 things.
She will take them along with the materials that you will hand over.
Alright.
And she'll look at them.
I will send you what they are afterwards. If we're going to be closing up shop, because it is actually 1 o'clock here in the Midwest.
Yeah, we're
And
going to close the shop real quick here.
And my stomach is full of stuff.
I was gonna give Gungir something.
You keep cutting out, Kit, by the way.
I heard it fine.
If it's hurt feelings, you can keep them.
They are not. So is Gungir coming in?
Yeah, he'll come back in.
Okay, I'm
She
gonna
wants the
leave and
materials.
come back really quick.
Stop dying, sir.
Pat your back.
Does anyone else remember that scene from the Constantine movie where Constantine, like God's trying to take Constantine, and then the devil rips all the cancer out of his lungs? I would love for the devil to pop up and just like pull all the stuff out of my esophagus and out of my like sinus passages. And I'd just feel amazing, but then the devil would look down and be like, oh,
Ew, I'm
Anyway,
touching
when-
it, ew.
When Gungir comes back, Fall will pull out the transmutation orb. By the way, Gungir, I feel bad for what I said, so I want you to have this.
Gungir will take it without a word and he'll continue on. It'll serve me better anyways. And he heads on up to his room.
That was it.
Alright.
I guess I'll back to my
Rather quick. Everybody will go to bed for the evening. Or midday, I suppose.
You know what I wish?
Hmm?
And we could have leveled up before this.
Honestly, we haven't really done too much at level 5. We've done a little exploring, but we haven't really done any major combat or anything at level 5.
So we shouldn't be leveling up. The only combat we kinda did was the giants, but that's it.
Magic.
Non-combat
Still
experience.
Yeah, that kind of.
Non-mod combat experience, but
I
we'll
wish I
see when
wish
the
I-
next session comes around. We're gonna end it for tonight.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Thanks for watching, anyone that's watching.
Meow.
I can't believe you're doing it. Thank you.
Gipsy! Oh, you got. Oh.
Hey,
You're
I've
wonderful.
been watching the series.
Cat, you're wonderful. Thanks for watching, future cat.
Messages for me.
Not you now. Plug your ears.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
guessing you stopped the recording.
Turning off the recording in
That's
3,
fine.
2, 1.